The great shift is inside this video. Shifting into a higher expression of your life is no joke. It's a choice many humans avoid because, well, the unknown of it can grip our throats from the inside, making us feel like we are suffocating. I'd like to offer you an opposite experience of that feeling that truly turns the suffocating idea on its head. Rather than experiencing the idea of the transition as a scary, fear-based, suffocating experience, what if what you are experiencing is actually the opposite frequency? In other words, what if what you are experiencing is simply the tension that your soul has been waiting for you to experience? Feeling tension in your body is the outward manifestation of the energetic tension created that actually stretches you towards the intention that takes you into a higher experience of life. You see, creating an intention will leave you feeling in tension for a bit while the energetic frequency of the idea is created, is raised. How is the energetic frequency created? I'm so glad you asked. It's created by you. You create it by taking steps towards the intention. But I don't know how to create it. I get so overwhelmed, which is why I don't actually choose it. May be your response. It's a common response. Let me say this. Not doing anything towards the idea makes the idea fizzle out, leaving you feeling disappointed and disillusioned with yourself. This feeling isn't the truth of who you are, which is why it feels rather crappy to be in that experience. So instead of experiencing it, we as humans stop dreaming and desiring change because it doesn't really work out for me, so I'll just keep living as I am without making an effort to learn who I am really here to be. This is our collective belief on change. This is why we see so many suffering in so many ways. It's time to stop this unnecessary soul suicide by ignoring the promptings of the innermost sacred part of who we are. This is why life can feel like a slow death sometimes, because when we just keep ignoring the ideas within and operate as the person we've always been, we just keep repeating the same old stuff. I personally am not okay with that. Life is about expanding, multiplying who we are, and constantly growing into the next level of our higher self. And the more we do this, the more life expands, multiplies, and grows into even higher levels that you are unable to imagine right now. Life becomes a crazy, amazing journey that keeps you on the edge of your seat for what is coming next. I personally want that experience of life. And in light of global events in 2020, many more people are waking up today and wanting the same thing. You can have it, period. First, you have to choose it. Secondly, you have to go about it in a completely different way. I'd like to share an example of a way you can shift the daily obligations into a daily routine that actually feels pleasurable, but it's going to be a bit uncomfortable at first. It feels uncomfortable because it is the complete opposite of how you're most likely doing things now. It's a total shift of behaviors and thinking. Your inspired intention is a soul calling. Soul doesn't operate on logic. She operates on feeling or emotional frequency. That frequency is an energetic wave that organizes itself into energy, into matter. The longer you hold the inspired thoughts of the intention, the longer the intentional frequency grounds itself in your human being and in your human life. The longer the intentional frequency grounds itself in your being, the shorter it takes for you to create the intention into your reality. Thinking about the logical steps to create the desire is a moot point, and it slows down the creative process by a lot. Remember that the intention is from the soul, a high frequency. Logic is from the human mind. Mind is a lower frequency filled with the untruths of life, beliefs, and our own limitations. They don't resonate at the same frequency as the idea, so logic alone will kill the idea. This is why most intentions don't manifest. They are approached with logic alone, and logic cannot create the idea of a thriving life of any kind. But there is logic required to create the idea. Sounds confusing, but stick with me here. You see, I am creating a big transition, big change in my own life, fully by manipulating energy from a place of pure creative intention. In other words, the vision I have for this transition makes me almost leave my body to imagine. It's heavenly. Because it feels so heavenly in my body, I know it is a soul intention that has to be in tension right now. I want it so badly, but not from a place of ego-led desire. I want it because the frequency of the heavenly feeling I get when imagining it is pure, soul-led manifestation that is already happening. Most of my logic-based ideas of how to make this intention happen feel laborious and unfun. Therefore, that brings my embodied frequency around the intention way down and away from the heavenly frequency of the soul intention. If you want to go real deep, allow me to share a pretty big truth bomb with you. Intentional imagination is not something you make up in your mind. Traditional visualization will have you believe that. It is actually a sneak peek into a timeline of your life that already exists, and it is happening right now, simultaneously with your current now moment. You know the saying, you are a spiritual being having a human experience, right? Well, there is a higher frequency of that, and that is, you are a multi-dimensional being having a spiritual experience as a human being. You have an infinite amount of realities happening at the same time, the same linear time. All of these realities happen on different frequencies, like our traditional radio. The reality you experience in any moment is really the frequency you are tuned into. Your work is to tune into the frequency of the reality you wish to create, to tune into, and you do that by living in your human form as that frequency. Manifestation isn't about making it happen. Not at all. That thought process is antiquated. It's way lower in frequency than what manifestation actually is. Manifestation occurs when you match the frequency of the idea, you resonate with it, and easily step into it. The work to ascending in frequency becomes twofold. One, you must consciously do the activities that actually automatically put you in the higher frequency of your intention. I'll get to that in a minute. Two, from that higher frequency, logical ideas come to you, and those are the ones to act on, not the ones you in a lower frequency think you should do. So, what does this look like in daily life? I'm currently in this process now, so let me share what it looks like. I'm not ready yet to reveal or to share what the intention is, as I hold this very sacred in my heart. Why? Our soul intention is ours. It's sacred. As soon as it becomes known to other consciousnesses, its resonance becomes vulnerable to the collective frequencies of consciousness who know about it. I will not allow other people's limited minds, fear, or opinions affect the frequency of my intention. So until I can hold this intention's frequency firmly in my heart and my mind and my beingness as a reality, I will not invite any other consciousnesses in unless I know they too will hold the vision firmly in their minds. No one can see my intention until I'm ready to reveal it. Period. How do I quietly build this much trust, faith, and frequency in the intention? By playing. You know, the thing that has been programmed out of us as a collective only to be replaced with the soul-sucking work we have been led to believe will lead to our highest intentions. How has that worked for us? By the way, our financial stability, health, mental, and emotional well-being, and don't forget our spiritual health go as a collective, we aren't doing very well. So I'm choosing the alternative. To do that, I bring my intention to mind and ask, what would make me raise my frequency right now to resonate closer to this intention? The answers have been interesting. sit out in the sun, play ping pong, throw the aerobie. Me, my mind wants to say, what? But okay. I have done all of those things with my husband every day while this big intention dances in my mind and his mind, and it's been uncomfortable. It makes no logical sense, which means I'm doing it correctly. Playing instead of working is so uncomfortable. Ping-ponging it instead of researching visas is so uncomfortable. However, I have also noticed that playing instead of managing Instagram marketing for my business is so liberating. Playing has been my bra-burning ritual from the 60s. Oh, and sometimes I play in a bra and sometimes I don't. It's determined by which option will raise my frequency. And if it's the braless option, it's raising my energetic frequency, which puts me in a higher resonance to the vision. So I just may be playing ping pong braless. I digress. And something else happens when I experiment with play. My intuition gets louder. She gives me little commands that come to me as I play ping pong. Let go of everything you want to upgrade. That is the logical step that is in the highest and best in that moment. So I do that. Clothes, artwork, furniture, and more is being shed easily. Why? Because there is no doubt in my mind that the logical action she provides me is the how. I finish my ping pong match, go shed stuff so it allows me to be lighter in frequency, which raises my overall frequency and descends me closer to the intention's reality. And she only sends me 1 or 2 things to do a day for this major up level. Then she tells me to go play. So I do, even though I still feel like it should be harder managing a life upgrade of this scale. She's also opened up the gift of clairsentience. I can see visions clearly when I've only been clairaudient or have been able to hear messages for most of my life. She has upgraded how she communicates with me because I've listened, and now she communicates in full color vision with me. It's crazy fun, and it's also crazy overwhelming because I keep getting visions of me, my family, my work, and my life on the other side of this transition phase. It's like I've been given a sneak peek of it all, and I am truly in love with my life. I cannot wait. I say these visions are overwhelming because they are overwhelming in my heart with joyful anticipation. I feel like a kid on Christmas Day waiting for the all clear to start tearing into and unwrapping presents. It's the polar opposite of what we know overwhelm to mean in our modern day collective consciousness. I get a little googly-eyed at what I now know is my future. It's being seen because I am in the present moment. It's like the present moment has become the vista point on a scenic highway with views of all possibilities available to me. Seriously, you guys, I cannot put it any simpler. Play. What will make you belly laugh and act the fool right now? Do that. It's where the magic strikes. Play is where you remember who you are. You remember who you are. Play is your work. It's the higher frequency expression of work as we know it today. Today's collective believes work is burdensome, soul-sucking, and hard. That is not at all what it is. It's yet another mistruth we've been taught as fact for centuries. Imagine what would happen in humanity if more people adopted intuitive play as their base operating system of work. It takes courage to swim in the opposite direction as the masses. I swim in the opposite direction as we throw the aerobie in our street in front of our house while neighbors go to and from a job or work that feels like a burden. We've had neighbors stop and say, "You guys are always playing. We love it." We chat and wave knowing that we are creating our dreams by playing, while most think they are creating their dreams by burdensome work and unconsciously live the pain of not living their dreams at all. We play until the next logical step is revealed, and then we go do that. When we have completed the step, we play some more until the next step is revealed. Going to work really means going to play, so you enter into the currency of energy that delivers you to your highest and best good. We try to get enough money currency from a job that feels soul-sucking and burdensome and wonder why we acquire all the things that end up feeling soul-sucking and burdensome. Go to real work on your intentions and play. You will enter another flow of currency that actually yields a return on your investment that multiplies, expands, and spills over. It is quite a humbling process to admit that. Although our intentions were to be good girls and boys and do it the way we've been taught, we have been taught all wrong. That's a tough pill to swallow. Which makes me wonder if so many people are swallowing physical pills nowadays because they cannot swallow the truth that they are dying a slow, energetic death because they've been taught all wrong. Could this be a possibility? If it is, then I implore you to try a new way. Experiment with play in your day. Rest assured, it will take courage. It won't be easy at first, but it'll sure feel good. And the more you do it, the more you feel good, the more you raise your energetic frequency, the closer you get to your intention. And after a committed time of play, you step into your intention and think, that sure as shit it was kind of easy to create. How was it that easy? Because you played. Live the life you are meant to live, sweet soul. Ascend into higher frequencies so all your intentions are inspired, playful, and created with an ease like you have never experienced before. Commit to daily energetic frequency ascension and join us in the Ascension Network to find more videos, programs, workshops, and most importantly, a supportive community to welcome in your highest and best self as she is revealed. We welcome you to the sacred space of our network. We hold the vision of your intention in our hearts while you ascend in frequency. We collaborate on ways to ascend in frequency, and we cheer you on as you ascend into living your soul intentions. Thank you for being here. You are loved, you are seen, and you are supported. Get after it and play.